let Drake hopped on the BBL DRIZZY beat, because his troll level is impeccable. It's diabolical. Let's get it, man. Sexyy Red, you my everything. We do not listen to Sexyy Red. No. Let's get it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all got me listening. Ain't no way in the hell. Yo, that was terrible. Why did I go back? Why did I go back?
I love you. You're my everything.
Who is listening to this on the real?
Nah. The funniest part of how she cleared her throat, like she said, hold on for the kill this. No.
She's been losing me lately. Lately.
Maybe right now, because everybody's rapping so well, it stands out even more. That's not what she does. I understand that. But that singing, what? No, that note was crazy, shorty.
Somebody listening to her. It's got to be for 12-year-old girls. It's a demographic for everybody. Ain't no way y'all finna convince me this fire. Where did Sexyy Red spawn from? Like, where did this girl come from, y'all?
You may be asking how exactly did Sexyy Red get so big in the first place? Did she just get super lucky by going viral with Pound Sound, which led...
What do you think a plant is?
Yes, her song going viral is what made her gain all this newfound attention, but her song going viral had nothing to do with luck. There is a reason it appears Sexyy Red came out of nowhere, and it's because she did. As raw and ratchet it appears Sexyy Red is, her rise to fame is very much calculated.
Sexyy Red is exactly what the city girls were rapping about in terms of action and not giving, except this girl is the real. She looks the part, she acts the part, she is the person. You can tell Sexyy Red used to gang and trap houses.
People think that he's getting paid to support you and stuff like that.
Drake, what is he gonna be taking money from me for? He's giving me, like, I don't gotta pay this man. Do I look like I gotta pay people to hang out with me? Is that what's going on?
It doesn't look like
I pay for I didn't know that.
Drake is smart enough to be like, yo, I'm gonna show love to that pocket of audience that is growing and loving it. It's not like it's helping Drake, but it makes Drake look like he's embracing, because this is a wave that's happening.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. You know, folks, when something is trash, it's hard to hide it. It's hard to sit there with a straight face and listen and take it in and not react. And this is why I like No Life Shaq and Screwface Sean. You see, they were listening to Sexyy Red's new album, and I watched these brothers quite a bit. A matter of fact, I remember No Life Shaq when he had about 200,000 subs, and now he's at 4.4 million. So let's give a round of applause for these young men, because they are definitely getting down, and they ate well during the Kendrick Lamar v. Drake beef. But back to Sexyy Red. This lady right here has managed to put out, with a feature from Drake, even though he's taken an L, one of the hottest artists and the most successful artist by far in the last 15 years, still managed to put out the most trash record ever. And the reason is quite simple. You see, and everyone's thinking this, someone's pushing this garbage. Someone's making sure that the impressions get out there. Someone's making sure that it gets directly to the consumer. And I love it when honest reactions come out. And the brother just had to ask, where did this person come from?
Where did Sexyy Red spawn from? Like, where did this girl come from, y'all? I don't know. I see her everywhere, though. Only song I like is the Get It Sexy song.
Oh, baby. Like, the flow of the song is just wild, bro. Like, who allowed her to record that hook and hit that first note when she's just like, I don't even know how to explain it.
An industry plant as an artist was given all the resources to succeed, usually by a major label, and then becomes an overnight sensation.
And this isn't a conspiracy theory. I don't think it's 100% industry driven. I think that she's given a leg up. I think that definitely the image of the black woman is destroyed by her, and there's people who just don't care about the image as we should. And it's obvious that if people weren't buying it, then she couldn't be able to sell it. And she holds responsibility for being out there her ratchet self. But I hear you folks all the time. Oh, Sexyy Red just remind me of ladies back in the hood. I hear business folks saying they remind me of people they grew up with. But didn't you try to escape that environment? Didn't you work hard to get out of that environment? Why would you bring it into your house? Why would you expose your children to it? So yes, she is an industry plant, but the problem is she's being cultivated by the backwards baby mama ratchet culture that we've allowed to prosper in our community. And don't get it twisted, there is a bunch of Sexyy Reds out there. There's some Asian Sexyy Reds, there's some Latina Sexyy Reds. They're just not as celebrated as much and out in the open because they have a little more shame than we do at this particular time.
She make music for girls that hit I'm sorry. Ain't no way.
Now, shout out to Sexyy Red. I don't want to slander her too much.
The hook that Sexyy Red does on that song is crazy because her vocals are cracking.
23, she would also end up signing to a record label called Gamma, a new label that was created by Larry Jackson, who was the former Apple Music Global Creative Director. Larry Jackson is actually great friends with superstar Drake, as Drake was once exclusive to Apple, where they formed a connection. Drake even shouted Larry out in a song. This is the reason why an upcoming Sexyy Red, who is still in the early moments of her career, ends up getting a co-sign from Drake.
Just like the beginning of this video with DJ Academics, theorizing that Sexyy Red is an easy way for Drake and even Nicki Minaj to be associated with Sexyy Red so they can make money off of Sexyy Red, but to also attract the fans of Sexyy Red, further expanding their fan base. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. These other artists still stay relevant and still make them fresh and relatable to the people that Sexyy Red is attracting.
Like, I don't gotta pay this man. Do I look like I gotta pay people to hang out with me? Is that what's going on?
It doesn't look like
I pay. I didn't know that.
But look at this Instagram comment here that was reported by Say Cheese, where Sexyy Red is asked by a fan, "Are you effing Drake for features?" Sexyy Red foolishly responds, "Yes." Now when she goes to the doctor of office and she says that her coochie stink, people are bound to believe her, especially her detractors. This is not making your case look good, Sexyy Red, that you're not paying for play. But I believe that the people that are investing their money and their assets, their resources, and their time into her see her as the gateway, the conduit to the hoods, to a new fan base that is just like Sexyy Red, that can actually relate to Sexyy Red. It's a smart move on Drake's part, it's a smart move on Nicki Minaj's part, whether we like her music or not.
Let me know your thoughts.
What's your favorite part? Be honest.
It's like I said earlier, when you keep saying yeah, it sounds like you in a
music business is a business after all, and these record companies and these different artists are going to do what it takes to make sure that their fan base is ever growing and the money keeps rolling in. And I'm not saying they're out here taking advantage of Sexyy Red, but something tells me that Sexyy Red doesn't really understand the music business or about the contracts that she's getting herself into. But regardless of all that, let's just focus on You Are My Everything by Sexyy Red and Drake.
You sent a pic in them shorts and I had to sing it.
You are everything. This song is trash. Ain't no way, bro. This might be one of the worst songs I ever heard in my life. Man, Drake couldn't even save it, y'all.
Man, shout out to No Life Shaq, been watching him for over 5 years. Catching him first with MGK versus Eminem. It really makes you really wonder, is it just the musical talents of Sexyy Red? Is it her relatability to the masses, to the people out there, to the little girls that aspire to be her, that is keeping Sexyy Red relevant and strong? Is it her status, her clout, that keeps the guys coming back as she's clapped them cheeks, right on stage, shaking it all about? Likely this is how Sexyy Red is getting paid. And shoot, with her name in our mouths, that's how we getting paid too. We getting rich! Shout out to O'Shea. But the last time that Sexyy Red had a concert in Baltimore,
where are the people? Where are the people? No, I knew this was a setup. Where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the people?
2 hours later.
What we do? What we do? What's up? Now this could possibly only be in one venue. At this point, we at the THPPP Network have heard a collection of songs from Sexyy Red. In my opinion, there is close to nothing from what I've heard from Sexyy Red that she's put out is worth spending the time to listen to and give it attention. And I know the ladies we come out here is hating.
All you guys do is hate on the female rappers. You don't like any of them because the way they look and the way they act. So you're being disingenuous.
And ladies and fans of the 304 rappers and female rap, I'm gonna say wrong. Not gonna lie, I do like some of Nicki Minaj's songs. Meg Thee Stallion production and flow is catchy. Ice Spice, whatever you think about her, at least she has a redeemable quality of her voice sounding okay. And we're not focusing on those other assets I know we all like. I mean, shoot, we've been hard on Glorilla, but out of all the new female rappers, Glorilla's got talent. And I hate to admit it, but a few of her songs I can rock to.
He don't want the paper, then bitch don't keep it. Ho, hoes love me like Justin Bieber.
But Sexyy Red, most of her songs, maybe I'll give a pass to Hellcat SRTs with Lil Durk.
Hellcats, SRTs, come pull up on me.
Most of Sexyy Red's music catalog I've listened to, I'm just not down with it. Most I can just throw right away into the trash bin. You Are My Everything with Drake. Drake couldn't even save this song because it was so horrendous with Sexyy Red singing. Sexyy Red being the hook girl, carrying the chorus and singing is not the business at all. Even with Drake, a bona fide AAA superstar, couldn't save this hot mess of a song. Sexyy Red, get yourself some singing classes, a vocal coach, because you should not be singing without any training or any kind of practice. Because I'm sorry to say, when it comes to music, it's very difficult for me to say anything is really trash. I tend to see a silver lining in every situation and every song. But to be perfectly frank and honest, this song is trash.
The average Sexyy Red song, once you start listening to it, if the beat doesn't catch you, you come to a realization that it's just trash. Without the visuals, when you're just listening to it, without her twerking, shaking her stuff, and giving men, especially the sympathetic simps out there, a little eye candy, you come to the realization that this song and most of her catalog is just trash. And you know, when Drake came and heard this horrible song, you know he thought, man, I already said I'm gonna do it, and it's already a strong 2 out of 10. So I gotta come correct. I gotta get down with the get down. I gotta get in where I fit in. I gotta outshine the entire record times 10 just to get it to a 5. Because even Drake knew when he heard that screeching, that howling cat, them dogs howling at the very beginning, he knew this entire track was bound to be trash. And I gotta say this, I'm not a great Sexyy Red fan. I give it to her. She got a few bops. She got a couple of songs that make your head nod. She got a couple of songs that are catchy. But for the most part, it's just destructive, especially the kids. And the international image. Most of you folks don't see that angle. Most of you folks don't talk to people internationally, and that's okay. But let me tell you something. Our image used to be, especially of the woman, a lot finer. We went from Claire Huxtable. We went from Lauryn Hill. Internationally, I'm telling you. Jill Scott, even actresses like Nia Long. I'm talking about the image that they portrayed to Sexyy Red, to twerking in public. This is what's portrayed of us. So yes, the image, above all else, is strictly trash.
Yo! Sexyy Red, you gotta be trolling. Ain't no way you say, yo! Who cleared this?
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe. Hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness.